Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Chauskas. Today's the 2nd of May 2018. So we're gonna have a look at the markets, what's happening with them right now, what to expect from them later on, what levels to watch out for. So yeah, as usual. But before we go in and look into the charts, let's have a look at our risk disclaimer first. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. So, before we jump into the charts, quick reminder of our JFD Brokers research page that we update on a daily basis here. And you can go in and check us out here, guys. I think you can find something useful. We do, like I said, throw out different analysis, different trading shoutouts, and analysis in different languages as well. So yeah, I think you can find something useful here. So, but for now, let's have a look at the chart. So the first one I want to look at, guys, is the FTSE 100. Now, I've mentioned this one in my previous videos. I was talking about this level right here, the 75.85 approximately there. We managed to get a small jump here to the upside. Almost, we're just a shy of a few points away from that level. You can see that we hit the upper side of the Bollinger Band here, and we've retraced since then. So for now, like I said, it seems that it's losing its steam at the moment. Of course, maybe we'll see something like another jump later on to the upside, but at the moment, for now, like I said, we are seeing a bit of, like I said, loss of steam here in the FTSE 100. It is still above this key level here, key support level at around 75.10. So for me to kind of to start viewing this from the bearish side, I would need to see a nice move towards this level, towards the 75.10, and eventually a break below that. This could below that level. Also, this would come in line with this a break of this upwards moving support line. So this would be already two things that would confirm the bearishness, or potential retracement for just a little bit. So the next level on the bottom side here, I would be looking for the 74.35 approximately there, guys. Of course, yeah, if that the level doesn't hold, well, guess what? I mean, probably we could see some further declines in here. But for now, let's just see what it does. I mean, still we are aiming for this level higher here, the 75.85. Looking at DAX here, so DAX is on fire today. We can see that it's pushing higher here, pushing towards this level here. I had it highlighted. So actually what's interesting is that I've had these two levels here running here, this key level of 12,600 and this 12,750 approximately there. So today we managed to just bounce off of this one nicely and break the 12,750. Certainly the question here is, will this stay above or below today? If we'll see if we'll see the price staying below this, then potentially maybe we could see a little bit of a retracement or something like that. But for now, it seems that it's looking strong. We still have a few hours to go until the close of the German market. So at the moment, again, like I said, it is very strong. At the next level that to keep an eye on would be this area right here, and that would be around the 12,850. So a good level to watch, guys. I mean, if this continues as it continues right now. So like I said, the DAX is getting some strength here, and we are moving higher. Looking at gold. So gold is at this key level that I kept talking about, the 1307. So excuse me. So the 1307 seems to be playing a key role right now. This has been this low here in February and in March. So the question here is, of course, will this stay below or above? I mean, for now, probably we're not going to touch this this commodity, this precious metal. We're just going to observe and see what it wants to do. If this will push a little bit higher, there is some potential maybe for this one to go a little bit higher here, maybe test of this this bottom side of this triangle formation that we broke out of, and a test of this formation from underneath, and maybe potentially like get a rejection here and then move lower again. But then again, at the moment, probably we are looking at this 1307 as a potential strong resistance level, initial strong resistance level. Then if we do get something like this, and if we then tomorrow, let's say, move a little bit lower again here, break this 200 EMA again, and we could potentially aim for the 1300. So guys, for now, keep an eye on these key levels, and at the moment gold is not looking good. So looking at DXY here, so the dollar index excuse me. And still, I do have this level here on my radar, the 92.70 approximately there. We're not far from that level, and we could still potentially go and test that area here. But then again, of course, depending how this day will close, and we do have some news coming out of the US later on. Of course, you probably know the FOMC meeting. So yeah, guys, this will be an interesting one to watch today. So keep an eye on this level here that I've mentioned, the 92.70, and on the downside, of course, keep an eye not only on this 200 EMA here, but also on this little area right here at around 91.80. Looking at euro dollar, so the euro dollar is, well, initially in the morning it looked like it wants to push a little bit higher. It wants to maybe kind of win some lost grounds, but we can see that we've retraced back down here from this 200 EMA, and now we're trading around this level right here. So we're just slightly below the 120, the psychological 120 level. Of course, all eyes are on this level today, because if we'll get a nice close above the 120, maybe there's still hope a little bit for this one to push a little bit higher, maybe back towards this area, 120,900. But then again, at the moment, just judging by what's happening right now, it is looking weak. So a good level of support could be this area right here. If this, of course, if this pair continues to drop, watch out for the 119,600. Below that, we do have the 119,150 approximately there. That could be a good level to test as well. So for now, we're still gonna stay bearish on this one, and like I said, at the moment, I am personally aiming for 119,600 approximately there. Let's have a look at another one, another euro pair. So quite an interesting one, to be honest. I've covered this one in my previous video, one of my previous videos, and it seems that this one is going to be dragging until it's going to hit this this upwards moving support line or trend line, and now, like I said, I think it's waiting either to see if this is going to work out as a nice bouncing ground. If it does, then, well, we could potentially break this psychological 120 level and move a little bit higher. But that is, of course, if this upwards moving support line will act as a good bouncing ground for Euro Swiss. A break below that could open the path towards this higher level here. Initially, maybe towards this. Just let me highlight that one for you guys. Initially, maybe towards this little area right here. That would be around the 118,900 approximately there. But if that doesn't hold, well, on a break of that, it could open the path towards this 118,300 approximately there. Good level to watch, guys. So, but that is of course if we get a nice break below this upwards moving support line. For now, it's difficult to make a call here. We need to see what it wants to do with this upwards moving trend line. Looking at another interesting pair from the euro side. I was covering this one in like one of my videos as well, and I was talking about this area right here, the 153.750 approximately there. So today we managed to almost hit that level, just shy of like a couple of pips from that level, and today we're seeing that a bit of it's retracing to the upside. Certainly we are still a bit bearish on this pair. There is some potential for this to go a little bit lower, maybe even a test of this 200 EMA here on the bottom side. But that is, of course, if we'll see a nice good close below the 153.750. For now, it is going to be probably stuck here in this little range here between the 153.750 and the 154.600 approximately there. So keep an eye on this, guys. Keep an eye on this little range here. If it gets out here on the upside, there is some potential for this to move higher, maybe a test of this upwards moving support line and a test of this one from underneath. So but that is, of course, like I said, if we get a nice break here above the 154.600. Looking at GBPUSD, so it's looking slightly better than the euro today, and we are seeing this slight recovery here and a move away from the 136.150 area that I've got highlighted here. Certainly it is still on the bearish side. There is some potential for it to go here lower, maybe a test of this 200 EMA, and that would be approximately around 135.35 or maybe 135.500 by the time it gets here. So for now, like I said, we're seeing a bit of retracement. I doubt that we're gonna hit maybe 137.10 today. Certainly, I mean, anything can happen, but nevertheless, keep an eye on this one, guys. I mean, there is some good levels here to watch. If we do get a move here to the upside, a strong one towards the 137.100, keep an eye on the break, of course, and then eventually maybe it will place the price above this longer term upwards moving trend line that started around March time 2017. Yep, that's correct. And yeah, guys, I mean, a break above the 137 opens the path towards this line here, this upwards moving trend line, a test from underneath, and then eventually if that doesn't hold, well, like I said, the price could get back on the trend line. But for now, like I said, as I mentioned before, we are a little bit still more bearish on this one, and there are some good levels here to watch on the downside. Let's quickly have a look at one more pair and we'll wrap it up for today. So USDJPY. Now USDJPY stuck here around this area right here at around 109.900, getting rejected around this area right now. Certainly waiting for the news later on today from the US, but keep an eye on this higher level here at this around 110.200. A good level of resistance could be, but if that gets easily broken well, sorry, stalled there for a little bit, but if we get a nice break here above the 110.200, keep an eye on these higher levels, guys. We might potentially maybe aim for this level right here at around 111.500, but that is, of course, if we get a break here. On the downside, we would need to see a nice move here below this longer term upwards moving trend line here that started in, well, around 2012, and if we get a nice move below this trend line, then, well, we're probably putting our bearish caps on us, and yeah, we'll be probably looking for some more downside. Okay, guys, we'll have to wrap it up here, and I hope you have a good US session. I hope this day will go well for you, and as always, I will see you tomorrow at my Traders Espresso at 6 o'clock GMT time, 7 o'clock British Summer Time. So yeah, guys, as always, keep an eye on the price action. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.